my name is Aveline and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we are building it's a bit of a funny idea I had the other day, or last week actually. I wanted to build sort of floating houses, and then during the process of building one house I was like, okay, what if I make this house super bright and sort of like white and like light blue and everything, like elegant, sort of classy, and then the other one totally opposite, so more darker, more browns, and a lot more rustic than the first one. So we're building sort of opposite floating houses, which is a super weird idea, but it's okay. Some of you may like it, some of you may not, and that's just how that is. But it is part of my Rebuilding Windenburg project that I'm still working on, and I know that I said I was supposed to build in the lower east side of the map or the upper east side of the map, but I don't know, I had this idea and I just wanted to do it while I still had the idea. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. We're both building a little raft thing. I actually found out that you can't use foundations if there is water surrounding the foundations, so I had to change that. No foundation in this build, but we're building a little raft as well. And then afterwards, after I finished recording as well, I put in a little, I don't know what it's called because it's not a bridge. It's just like this little bridge-like thing you walk out on before you jump into the water. I don't know. There's a name for them, I just don't know what it is in English. I hope you know what I mean though. You'll see it in the screenshots or in the little intro that I hopefully had time to make, because I want to make cinematic intros again because I feel like they were very pretty, and I enjoyed making them back in, when was it I started doing them? January, February maybe, so I really want to do those again sometimes when I got time for it. So hopefully there was just a few clips at the start of the video so you could see the build before we started building it. And yeah, just this little, I don't know what it is, it's like a bridge kind of. So you can sort of pretend like the houses are kind of anchored onto that little bridge, and hopefully it doesn't break and the houses float away, or just, you know, onto the ground behind the houses, because this is a very small lot. There's not much water surrounding these two houses. I didn't want to build it on the 64 by 64, and this is honestly the biggest lot there is on the Windenburg Island. So that's just how that is. I mean, I can't change the lot sizes, unfortunately, but I feel like it's okay. I feel like it works. So these houses, I should probably say, are for two families. So there is, in one of the houses, what was it there? I think there is actually just two parents and one teen in both of the houses possibly, but the one to the left definitely has more like common area because it's a bigger house. It's the bigger of the two. So the common areas are a little bit bigger, and they also have the raft outside. They have a dining area outside as well, so they both have, I don't actually, do they have a dining area inside? No, they don't. Sorry, I'm just like trying to remember. But they do have the dining area outside, so hopefully when seasons hit, this won't be too bad, and they'll still be able to eat inside or something. I don't know, maybe they'll just sit on the couches inside and eat together. I don't know. Do fancy people do that? Because I'm not entirely sure. It was supposed to look like the left family was definitely a little bit more wealthier than the right family. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. Okay, they only have a dining area outside. That's just how that is. I am very, very excited to see how seasons is gonna affect every single world, because it's not gonna do the same in every world. Every world has their own climate, so possibly winter in Windenburg is probably gonna be terrible, to be honest. And I imagine that it's probably gonna be it's gonna be harsher, is what I'm thinking. There's gonna be a lot of snowstorms because it is inspired by especially Northern Europe, so Germany and not so much Denmark, but especially Germany, I think. And I do feel like the winter in some places in Germany can be very harsh. So yeah, I do think maybe it's gonna be terrible for the family that they can't actually probably sit outside and eat together because it's gonna be winter, like, I don't know, a quarter of the year. Well, that's just too bad. I'm sorry about that. I'm so excited to see how every single season is gonna affect every world. Like, I want seasons to be here now. Like, I don't feel like I can wait anymore, and we're only on the 9th right now, and time is going by so so slowly, and also because I feel like I'm just sitting here waiting every day to get work, and that doesn't help either. So yeah, that's just I just want seasons so bad. The live stream at EA Play is also happening today, but I'm gonna watch it even though I don't actually think they're gonna announce anything regarding Sims 4, to be honest, because we both got the announcement trailer for seasons and we also got the gameplay trailer for seasons, so I don't really see there happening anything, but I'm just gonna be watching it just in case, so I'll be on that. But let me know if you guys are planning on watching it as well, and otherwise, what are you doing with your weekend? Because it's Saturday today. I don't often do my voiceovers on the day that I release my videos, but today I just didn't have time yesterday. You guys have no idea how much I struggled with the voiceover for the freaking Milan video. Like, it was like 6 minutes, right? And it took me about I want to say about an hour to do, which is ridiculous. So after finishing that, I was like, yeah, we're not gonna bother with a 24-minute voiceover. Not today. It's just not happening. So I figured I'd just do it today, even though my man is home right now, and it's making me a little bit nervous. But I hope that's okay with you guys. But how are you doing today? Are you enjoying your weekend? Is there still a heat wave where you are? Because I am melting in my chair all day. This room that I'm sitting in, my office, is turned south, so I basically have the sun on this room all day, and then on top of that, it's very small, and plus my computer is big, and it just like very warm. It gets very warm during the day, so this room is just like a little sauna, and I definitely feel the heat, but I'm not gonna complain too much. I am enjoying making videos for you guys, and I do plan on finishing off a few work in progresses that I've had for a very long time. So the next couple of houses, hopefully I have time to finish some more today, and I'll get some up during the week next week. I'm planning on, I'm awaiting a job, so suddenly I might just go quiet. I don't know, because I really want that job over with before seasons comes out. It was perfect, right? They wrote me that I could have it done by the 15th. Everything was gonna be good. I was gonna be covered for the whole month. Everything was fine. And then, you know, of course, as per usual, something happens at their office, and basically the first part of the job, which was the smallest part, was supposed to be the smallest part, but it really wasn't. It was supposed to be done, like, yeah, it was delayed for several days, and then I just got the second part of the job, and I'm still waiting the third, which was supposed to be the biggest part of the job. So it looks like I'm gonna be done by the 25th, and that was not my plan. I was supposed to be done on the 15th, so I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be working hard those days. I'm gonna overwork myself probably, but I just want to get it over with because I want to dig into seasons. I want to build. I want to see all the new items. I want to get inspired to do new things, and yeah, that's just how that is. I'm not gonna let that stupid job get in my way. But anyways, guys, what are you most looking forward to in the new expansion pack in seasons? Are you most looking forward to the seasons themselves, or one in particular, or are you looking forward to Winterfest? Is that what it's called? Winterfest? Something like that, you know, Christmas, or I suppose there's gonna be an egg hunt too, because I'm pretty sure I saw in one of the trailers that there were eggs like lying around on the floor, so I'm pretty sure there's somehow gonna implement that event that we had, was last year maybe, or 2 years ago, where we had this egg hunt event, and maybe they're gonna implement that into the expansion or something like that. Or are you looking forward to the calendar, which I think is a super cool feature? I mean, I haven't seen it fully yet, but I think from the looks of it, it looks super cool that we can make our own holidays and stuff. I think that's awesome. And I don't know, I also really want to see Santa. I'm also really looking forward to digging into the new career. I don't know if it's going to be interactive, probably not, but you know, there's a new career, that's always a good thing. And then there's beekeeping too, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm also really looking forward to playing with the glass roof, which we're getting in a free update hopefully soon, maybe sometime during next week or something like that. I don't keep track on when updates come out before expansion packs are released, so I've actually no idea, but I think it may be sometime next week, possibly. I have a feeling, at least, but I could be wrong. but I'm really looking forward to the glass roofs. Maybe I'll actually have time to implement a glass roof in one of my builds before Seasons comes out. That would be pretty freaking awesome. I don't know. We'll also have to pause Disney, the Disney, what am I calling it? Modern day Disney princesses for that day, because I'm pretty sure that I just want to like dig into that expansion pack rather than play with CZ and create a sim, you know? So we're probably gonna have to push that 1 week, but it'll be all good. And I don't know, let me know what you guys are looking forward to the most out of the features that we've seen so far. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to it that we just haven't seen yet, because honestly we haven't seen much. So yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot more to explore and everything. I am so excited, but let me know which of the features that we've seen so far you're most excited for. As you can see here, I was trying to make the right house, which is the one we're working on right now, more rustic. There's a lot of browns in there, a lot of greens. I think there's a little bit of red too, if I'm not mistaken. At some point I put some red in there as well. So it's just like going for this more rustic vibe. However, the kitchen along with the dining area was a little bit difficult to fit in because the room is such a weird shape, but it's because the house itself is on a diagonal and you can't place what's it called? Staircases on a diagonal, so you have to place them like you normally would, and that makes floor planning just a little bit difficult. So I was trying my best. There's a weird shaped room in here, and also the parents' bedroom downstairs has the same shape, so it's just kind of a little strange, but it's the best I could do with the house being on a diagonal, and the staircase is just not working with us in that way. I wish we could put them on a diagonal, but I suppose it's got something to do with animation, and the staircase is technically having to be longer if they're on a diagonal, so I get why it's not working, but I wish we could. But anyways, they do have two living rooms, kind of two living rooms. They have a seating area downstairs as well, in the room that's kind of like leading out into the, or leading to the bedroom, you know what I mean. You'll see it in a second. I didn't cut it out, so you'll see it in a second. And this is where I put in some red just because I wanted there to be a little bit of fun. I was getting tired of the green, so I thought it would be better. Also because it matched that carpet or that rug right there perfectly. It has a little bit of like a burnt orange red tone to it as well. And of course the fairy lights. I actually used those fairy lights in this build, and I used the other ones that are more cleaner looking in the other one or in the other house, because I thought it would sort of like, I thought these ones fit this vibe better and the other one fit the cleaner vibe better. And you guys know how much I love fairy lights, so of course I needed to put fairy lights in these houses, and it just so happened that one of them was more of a boat, well, not really a boho, but more like a rustic vibe to them, those hanging ones, and the other ones are cleaner, so I thought it would fit perfectly if we used both kinds of fairy lights in this. But I don't usually use both fairy lights because they don't fit together, if you know what I mean. They just don't really, one of them is yellow and the other one is white, so it just doesn't look good together in builds when you mix them, in my opinion at least, or I haven't made it work yet. I'm so sure someone has, but yeah, it just so happened that they would fit each build. So yeah, and also another thing is I've been trying to stay away from too many electronics in this build. So I think there's a TV downstairs here, and one of the bedrooms might possibly also have a computer, but other than that there's not much. I think maybe I actually think maybe I gave the two teens a computer each because teens get bored or something. Teens need their computers, okay? But other than that, I think there's the TV and that's about it. I'm not counting fridges or ovens or whatever, just like TVs and audio things and stereos or whatever they're called, music players, and also computers. So not a lot of electronics in this build, but I was also thinking like, how would that work if they're floating houses? Where would they get their electricity? I don't know how floating houses work. I suppose if you're on a boat you'll still have electricity, but I just don't know how it works. I've never really been on a boat, so how would I know? But anyways, gotta educate myself, I guess. This is the first of the parents' bedroom, so we are back to using green again, even though I just said I kind of hate green. I don't really like green, to be honest. It's not one of my favorite colors, especially not that green. I like dusty army green. It's cool, but like Any other green I'm not really a fan of. But I do love that bed. That bed right there is definitely one of my favorite beds in the game. The only thing is I wish we had more solid swatches of it, because a lot of the patterns are a little bit too much sometimes. I do like them though. I think they're super cute, but they are a little bit too much sometimes. I feel like they're a little bit too grandma. Yeah, it happens. Like sometimes they're a little bit too grandma. So yeah, I wish we had more solid swatches of that bed, but that's just how that is. But we did use green again in there, and I do think I ended up putting a red wall in there too, so it kind of clashes a little bit. Yeah, as you can see in the background, there was a red wall. It kind of clashes a little bit, but I think it's okay because the green is quite like light, and when I choose color schemes I make sure that one of the colors, if there are two contrasting colors like red and green, I make sure that one of the colors is light and the other one is dark, because if you have two, I don't know, it's a rule I have, I don't know why. I just feel like if you have two dark colors, two dark contrasting colors, it gets a little bit too much for some reason, but if one is light and the other one is dark, it works better together. I'm not sure why that it works that way. And anyways, we're also using some of the Jungle Adventure game pack stuff in here because it's beautiful and I love it. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've done a lot of boho since that game pack came out. And that's probably why, like a lot of boho, a lot of rustic, and it's probably because I just really love that vibe, the whole vibe that we got going on. So I'm a little bit nervous to see what's gonna happen with the new pack, what kind of vibe they went for, because so far I still haven't figured it out. Like I've seen pictures, I've seen the trailers, I watched the first trailer several times. There's barely any build and buy objects in it. I watched the second trailer several times yesterday, I think, and I just could not figure out what kind of vibe they were going for with the furniture yet. So definitely going to be exciting to see exactly what kind of, I don't know, because it doesn't really look rustic. It looks kind of like Parenthood, but at the same time not entirely, because Parenthood, even though it was a little bit of a mix of, you know, all kinds of styles, I loved it. Yeah, it worked well together anyways, even though it was a mix of like a lot of different styles, and so far I just don't see like a distinct style in the new furniture, so I'm definitely excited to see what the whole vibe with that was. But if it's something like Parenthood and there's a lot of different styles, so you get some rustic and some country and some, I don't know, classic home stuff, like it's just like a secondhand kinda, or old, it's not even old furniture. I'm thinking about the couches right now. I'm not entirely sure how to explain what style the couches from Parenthood are. To me, it's just like home. Is that a style home? I don't know, probably not. But I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see what kind of style they went for. I'm very interested in seeing that because I think it's important that, you know, stuff from different game packs or stuff packs, expansion packs fit together, like we've had with the Cats and Dogs and Parenthood, Jungle Adventure, and also Laundry Day. They kind of had this like overall feel to them that they just kind of fit together. It was very versatile as well, so I'm very, very excited to see. I'm very nervous as well because so far I just don't see it, but the Sims team has done an incredible job like fixing everything in a way that, or doing everything, designing everything in a way that it fits together, suits together, so I'm sure that it's going to be great. I am sure that there is no reason to be afraid, but I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, it's just seeing this from a builder's point of view basically, because I don't know, but we're gonna get a lot of stuff though. I'm sure we are getting a lot of stuff. As you see, like earlier expansion packs, we do get a lot of like random stuff in expansion packs, like especially with the Get to Work one, we got like a whole lot of random stuff that you could use for very interesting builds, especially industrial builds for that one actually, or from that one. Also City Living was a little bit, there were a few items, but that was like boho and industrial, but you know, we get a lot of like different items, like not necessarily furniture items is what I'm talking about in expansion packs, so it's gonna be exciting to see what we can do with all that stuff. But I am mostly excited to see the furniture and of course wallpaper and also flooring. You never know, maybe we get new carpet, I don't know. But anyways, this is the other house, so as you can see right now we're like way into this house already, but I was trying to give it a more luxurious, very bright, very white feel. I'm actually not entirely happy about making all white builds in The Sims, because I feel like some of the whites just don't fit together. Like you can see the bookcase over in the corner was more of like an off-white, almost yellow kind of, and it just didn't go well. It was the only bookcase that fit into that slot, so I had to choose that one, but it didn't really go super well with the rest of the whites in the builds. Plus, as soon as you put in a lamp, it all turns yellow, and I know you can change those in play mode or live mode, live mode, whatever you call it. I'm not actually entirely sure what you're supposed to call it. Is it live mode or live mode? What do you guys call it? Do you call it live or live? Let me know. I don't know how you're gonna tell me because they're spelled the same way, but somehow let me know. But yeah, I don't know. All white builds are not really. I do still wanna build out a whole like white apartment. Also, it was also suggested a while ago, but I've been thinking about it for a while, like a whole white building or build, and then just with plants in it, because I think that would look very cool. Kind of like eco a little bit, maybe a little bit futuristic, kind of. But I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah. Also, by the way, if you were wondering, the reason that I can't just swap over to live mode is because I go straight into build and buy, because I don't want. You see that little eternity corner in the lower left corner of the screen right now? If you have a sim living on the lot at the time and you want the opportunity to switch between live mode and build and buy, you get this like constant like pop up in the lower left corner, like telling you how much money you've spent, and I just don't want that. So that's just how that is. So when I build, all my builds are kind of yellow because the lamps in The Sims are mostly yellow when you place them, but you can change the colors, so you can change everything to white, and I do that quite often. Also, before I take screenshots, if I want to, I do that quite often. Plus, you can actually do really interesting things with that, to be honest. You guys should try that out. Do some Christmas stuff with them, because you can change the lamps to both red and green. It's actually quite funny, so you guys should check that out. But now I kind of want to build something where I change the lamps or the color of the lamps, but it's just not the time. But I'm definitely gonna try that some more, because I did a Christmas build, well, during Christmas, and I made all the lamps like red and green, and it was super fun, so I definitely want to do more of that now. But anyways, guys, I am gonna wrap up this voiceover now because we're going into screenshots in just a second. So I hope you like this build. You can download it off the gallery. My ID is the same as my YouTube name, so Aveline Sims. If you got any suggestions to builds you want to see on the channel, especially here with seasons coming up, let me know in the comment section down below. I am always up for suggestions, and I do write all of them down in my little notebook. So yeah, always up for suggestions. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!